I'm here at Tractor Supply and it's Chick Days. I'm going to talk about two things: how to start your flock and how to expand your flock. Let's go. Welcome to Becky's Homestead. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to pick up some chicken supplies, and I'm adding to my already established flock. So I'm going to see what they have over there breed-wise. I do think they have some silkies, and they have some leghorns. So I might get a leghorn hen for Dum Dum. We'll see if he likes it. And then of course just supplies, because you know you need supplies to keep your flock going and everything running smoothly and keep them all healthy and happy so they can lay tons of eggs. Ain't nobody here but us chickens. What I love about Tractor Supply is they have all this chicken stuff. It truly is your one-stop shopping for all your chicken needs. Isn't this cute? If you want to spruce up your chicken coop, you could hang this near your chicken coop. It would sound so beautiful when you went out there to take care of them. And look, it's so cute. It's a little fan made out of shovel heads that will turn in the wind. It's the chicken coop wind chime. That is so adorable. Okay, so I just have to get some of these because these are just too cute and adorable. Now here's another egg carton that's fantastic if you'd like to go camping like I do. You can bring these and put them in your cooler and it won't get broken, and it's reusable. So here's more of these cardboard egg cartons, and these are a little less expensive than the cute colorful ones. So depending, you know, who you're giving them to, if you're selling or whatever, you have a variety to choose from. You can do the colorful ones or you can just do the practical ones. Isn't this cute? It's kind of like a little chicken toy where you take these little cobs. I don't know what they're made out of. I'd have to read it. But it's a treat for your chicken. And you stick it in the holes and then you hang it up. So they show a tiny little picture right there. And your chicken can go peck on that. Because chickens just love to peck on stuff. They're always just looking to peck, peck, peck. Party flock. My chickens love this stuff. Their favorite for my little darlings is sunflower and raisins. I just have to get some of this stuff. I'm going to get a basket. Okay, so they have these little plastic things, which are the feeder bases when you get babies. You put the food in here and then you can just shake it down and it gets in the little feeder thing. The reason these are awesome is the little baby chicks can't get in the food bowl and spread the food all over. So this does help keep your little tub where you have your babies, it helps keep it cleaner. So these are very convenient. So they also have the same type of setup, but this one's for the water. So you fill this up, put this on, turn it over, and then it fills up with water. These are great for somebody that has to like work all day. You can make sure your little chickens have water all day while you're gone. And then you can just care for them in the morning and then in the evening when you get home. So this is very practical. So we just have to get the flock party, and my spoiled little babies love the sunflower and raisin one, so I have to get a bag of this for them. Because I spoil them with their little treats when I go outside, and they all come running to me. I'm like, oh, I gotta give them a little something because they're so cute. A big bag of mealworms. I talk a lot about feeding them animal protein. That definitely helps them lay regularly. So if you want to get great egg production, you have to feed them a lot of animal protein, because when chickens are out and about, that's what they're looking for, bugs. So mealworms are a great supplement to feed your chickens. One thing people don't realize is there's not as many bugs out there as people think, especially when your chickens are in your yard picking, scratching day after day after day. So you do have to supplement with animal protein, which a good source are these mealworms. Okay, so I want to talk about the way you keep your little baby chicks warm, because they have to be a very specific temperature when they're little. So this is kind of the old-fashioned way. It's the lamp that you clip to the side of the tub or somewhere in your little chicken brooder. And it's good, it's effective, it works, but you do have to be careful because these have been known to start fires, and I personally know somebody that happened to, and the whole coop burned down, literally. So this is a newer thing. It is a little more pricey, but just your peace of mind while you're sleeping at night, you don't have to worry about fires, is this little chicken brooder, and it's, because you can see it's like a little heater, and they can huddle under there when they want it, and it does go up and down, so when the chickens grow a little bigger you can raise it so they can still fit under there. So I'm gonna get this right here. This is so good for my little chicks. I'm gonna buy. Reduce foul odors. If you need this, your coop is probably overcrowded. If you have the ratios right, the size of the coop in comparison to how many chickens you have, you shouldn't need odor control because you wouldn't have an odor problem. So if you need this, go ahead and buy it. But your coop is probably overcrowded and you either need to make it bigger or you have to get rid of some of your chickens so it's in balance better. So here's the bedding in these little compressed bags, and you're like, oh, that doesn't look like that much, but when you open it and it poofs out, it's way more than you think. And what I like about it is it's a lot, but it's not too much. And what I like to do is when I have extra, once the little chicks are bigger and they've moved on to a bigger coop, I like to put this around my plants and in my garden as mulch so it doesn't go to waste, and it's awesome. And when I clean my chicken coop, you know, my little chicken baby coop, I also put that in my garden or in my compost pile. So Tractor Supply sells a variety of coops, but I just want to make the point, the coop has to be ready beforehand. I really like this one right here. I just think that one will last long. It's like wire. You can cover it for shade, and I like that design right there. Go to tractorsupply.com/coops. They have little coops like this in the store right here so you can get a good look at it. So this, I would probably put maybe 2 chickens in here, but I want to open the little door so you can have a look in the hen house. Oh, look. Oh, I see how they have it. So they try to make it convenient so your little chickens would roost on this, and then what you would do is slide this out to clean it, which this could be very convenient if you dumped this in the garden, the chicken litter. And then they have the little nest boxes. I guess if we go around to the other side, that opens. It won't open. No. Oh. So this is the side where you would come and open the 2 little latches and drop it down. Ta-da! Your egg boxes. And what is this? Oh, they need a little ventilation, little air. You can slide that open, which that's probably a great idea in the summer. Isn't that cute? Okay, so when you get your little babies, you have to start with some kind of little chick starter baby food. And I just love the Do More organic chick start, non-medicated. This is the way to go. If you get your little chickies off to a good start, this is awesome. Chick grit. Your chicks have to have grit from the beginning. They start eating when they're approximately 3 days old, and from the 3rd day on, their entire life, they have to have grit in order to digest their food. So make sure you get the chick grit when you buy your chickens. This is very good, a little thermometer. It's sturdy, and you want to keep your babies the right temperature to make sure they develop properly and they're healthy. You don't want to overheat them because you'll cook them, and you don't want them to be too cold because they'll just waste so many calories like shivering and being cold. It's very important to keep them the right temperature, and to be sure you can have a thermometer. While I'm here, I'm going to get a few things for my existing flock, and I like to feed rolled oats or crimped oats, some kind of oats. So here's a nice big bag of oats I'm going to put up here on my cart. In the summer, it's really, really hot here in Florida, and I'm sure in many other places around the country and world. So I just want to point out they make these little electrolytes. So I'm going to try this for the first time this year. I'm going to dump a little pack in the water. So if your chickens have to stay in the coop all the time for whatever reason, this kind of stuff is awesome because it just gives them stuff to peck. And when you satisfy that natural desire to just go around pecking stuff, your birds will be way happier. So, you could come here and buy some of this stuff and just put it in, put it in your coop once a week or whatever. Give them something to do because, you don't want them just standing around all day because then they'll start pecking each other. So here's Do More Poultry. It's a 5-grain scratch. Again, for people that have to keep their chickens in the coop all the time, this is a fabulous product. You just throw it on the on the ground in the run area, and then your chickens will just scratch all day looking for these little bits and pieces. And I always try to do that with my grown chickens, is give them a variety. It just keeps them like happy and healthy. So I love this Do More Organic 16% layer pellet. So I'm gonna get some of this for my grown hens. I'm gonna be like, whoop. And these things right here are very important. You have to give them calcium, which is these calcium supplement, the oyster shells, because if chickens don't have enough calcium, they do get egg bound. Those muscles that push out the egg need a lot of calcium. I get so many eggs from my chickens, and is that an adorable egg basket? I'm literally gonna fill it to the top with eggs, so I'm definitely getting this. I'm gonna keep my little chicks in a tub, but there is a little chick corral if you're needing one. Very cute. And lots of people ask me about the incubators, which there you go. Tractor Supply sells 2 different varieties. Okay, so a couple of the things I want to show for existing flocks is right over here, which is very, very important, and I get a lot of questions about this. All this is for predator control. I get a lot of questions about that, and luckily Tractor Supply carries everything you would need to put electric strands around the outside of your coop that'll keep everything away. Tractor Supply carries chicks in the store during chick days, but you can buy them all year long at tractorsupply.com/chicks. I want to talk a little bit about how the chickens are labeled when you come to purchase your little chickie babies. So when it says straight run, it is going to be a mixture of girls and boys. When it says pullets, it's only girls. And when it says cockerels, it's only boys. So you have to know those, so when you know what you want to get and you go into the store, you'll know which container to choose from. So these 4 are pullets, which means girls, because I'm adding them to my flock for eggs. I have 2 leghorns because I went dum-dum to have some hens of his own breed. And then these little ones in the middle are golden sex links, which sex links are awesome egg layers. Little bantams, which are the cutest darn little chickens ever. And so we did choose these out of a straight run, but we tried to choose hens and we went by the tail. So we'll see. We took a chance on these just because they're so adorable. Chick Days is going on February 25th through April 28th at Tractor Supply stores nationwide. Okay, here it all is. I'm gonna get ready to set up both my little tubs for the babies. And I have 2 different tubs, so I'm gonna have 2 different little setups because I have some bantams and I have some bigger breeds. Alrighty, so the wood chips are going in first. Like I said, always have your setup done at home before you get by the chickies. I have all this stuff because I've done them before. You don't have to overdo it on these wood chips because they do poof out and you're going to change them pretty often. So, you don't need to waste them. They just need enough to cover the bottom, basically, and absorb the little bit of poo that goes in there. Okay, so I'm going to get the little babies in as quick as I can because what you want to do is give them water. That's the most important thing for the little babies. And these 2 are a little bit older. This one is a teeny weeny, like literally just got to the store. Okay, and all these over here are much older, but they're also bigger breeds. So if you have children, these are probably, like these right here are the white leghorns, these babies. Very heavy, big chickens. And these over here are 2 Buff Orpingtons and then 2 sex-links, which those are all very, very nice egg layers. But as you can see, they're a little older, sturdier breeds, not quite as delicate. The little teeny weeny little bantams need extra attention, so I'm going to put a tiny, tiny bit of electrolytes in the water. I go light on the electrolytes. I don't put them in heavy. They don't need much. Okay, so you want to see a drink on its own. Sometimes you can go like this and it thinks it's the mother with your finger. Oh, it's a little, careful, baby. Okay, so here I have the perfect little setup. It's simple, but it has to be just right. We have the little non-medicated chick starter with the grit, the water with the electrolytes in it because you want to make sure they're good when you first get the little teeny weeny babies. We have the little chick brooder, which is heat. And to make sure it's the right temperature, we have this thermostat under here, which we can look at to make sure they have to be a very specific heat temperature. The little chicks just love this thing because they're under there already. They know right where to go. All right, so these bigger breeds are all set up. The last thing I need to do is put the heat light on them. And they're separate because those little baby bantams are so tiny. These bigger ones will lay on top of them and squish them down. So make sure you separate them if you get bantams and regular sized breeds. Now I'm going to go give my big hens some of the flock party and the goodies I bought. Are you guys ready? Okay, I have some treats for my babies. They love this flock party. Look at Dum Dum. He's like, ooh, this is good. Chicks. Is that good? I had so much fun shopping at Tractor Supply today. I got a lot of stuff for my already established flock. I got some little chickie babies, all the supplies I need. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.